story time about my girls' trip to Vegas that went horribly wrong and then ended with me being cussed out by your guys' favorite rapper and then being robbed for thousands of dollars by the end of this fucking trip. So to protect the identity of everybody in this situation, I will be using code names clearly, but we're gonna start off with 4 girls, okay? Myself being one of the girls, obviously. So the 4 girls are myself, my cousin, we're gonna call this girl Pebbles, and then we're gonna call my bestie who was on this trip, we're just gonna call her Bestie, just to make things simple. So it's my cousin's graduation from college. Obviously it's a huge thing. I want to celebrate it. We love celebrating. So of course this is a huge achievement, right? You're graduating from college. Of course we have to go on a girls trip. And of course it just makes sense to go to fucking Vegas because why not? So I set up everything for this trip. I set up the room. I have a plug that will get us free rooms. I have like all the situations set up. So pretty much we don't have to spend any of our own money. So I'm planning pretty much this trip 100% by myself. And my cousin, she brings Pebbles, which is her best friend. And then I bring my bestie to this trip, okay? Obviously we had a group chat with all 4 of us in it, just discussing the trip and like what our itinerary was, whatever. The day comes, we all have different flights. So me and Bestie have one flight, and then Pebbles and cousin have the same flight. So we all land at different times though. So me and Bestie land pretty early in the day. My cousin and Pebbles, they land a little bit later than us. And then while me and my bestie are getting dressed to go to dinner, I get a text from my cousin and Pebbles in the group chat. And they said, hey, we're gonna stop at this Jamaican food spot for dinner because we haven't ate all day. So I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, no worries. We'll see you guys when we see you, like no rush. We'll all link up to go out later that night. So it just so happened, I'm gonna call my friend Ace. So my homeboy Ace that just happened to be out there the same time as me is out there doing his thing, whatever. And he hit me and was like, hey, do you wanna go get dinner with my friends? He had a group of friends that were out in Vegas, and they just happened to be staying at the same hotel as like our whole group. So I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, whatever. So we all link up for dinner. So it's me and Bestie and then Ace and all his homeboys or whatever. And Ace, he's a little bit of a baller, whatever. So he rented out like this whole area of like the restaurant that we were at. So time goes by and we're enjoying the dinner with Ace and his friends and me and Bestie. We're just having drinks, we're eating. We've been there for a minute at this point and my cousin still hasn't pulled up to the hotel. By the time she gets there, I tell her, hey, come meet me at this restaurant. I'll give you the hotel key so that you can go up to the room and just, you know, get ready so that we can go out later tonight. My cousin hits me and she's like, hey, I'm outside. So I meet them outside of the restaurant and I give them the key. Pebbles fixes her mouth to say, oh, so you guys are just gonna go out to dinner and not tell us anything? And I'm like, girl, y'all have food in your hand. Y'all went to a Jamaican spot by yourselves. Like, I can't help that you chose to do something different. And she's like, well, why wouldn't you tell us that you guys were going out to eat at a nice restaurant and you know, like you guys rented out like a whole area of the restaurant and you didn't even tell us. Like, we would have rather have did that. So I proceed to tell her like, oh girl, like, you know, it is what it is. You guys, you know, it was last minute. Had I known that you guys were going to take that long, you know, you guys wouldn't have even made it in time. Like, it was just like a coincidence that my friend was out here and we all just went to dinner last minute. Mind you, Pebbles I have only known for like less than a year. Like, I had seen her maybe once or twice in passing with my cousin, but like I didn't know her like that. She's not my friend. She is my cousin's best friend. So like for you to even start talking to me like that, red flag already. And it's not even day 1. It's hour 1 of this girls trip. So my cousin kind of intervenes and she's like, you know, whatever, it's cool. Like, we're going to go upstairs and get dressed. You know, I wish you guys would have invited us, whatever. I guess I could have said something in the group chat. But y'all were already like 2 hours later. We had already been at the restaurant for like 2 hours. So it's like, girl, there's nothing we can do. Anyways, dinner ends. Me and Bestie go upstairs to our hotel room with Pebbles and my cousin to, you know, go out for the night. Mind you guys, this is night 1. And let me say this too, actually. I got us such a beautiful hotel room. So clean, luxurious. There was two different wings of this hotel room, okay? Not even to like flex, but like my friends that have traveled with me before and we go out like on trips, I be making sure we have all the nice shit, okay? When I'm planning it, I make sure everyone has their own room, everyone's comfortable, everyone has their own situation, okay? So as we're getting dressed, Pebbles fixes her mouth to say, again, this room is dirty. This room looks so dirty. Like, who booked this room? And I'm like, girl, what do you mean who? This is a 5-star hotel and we're in a huge fucking suite, okay? This isn't like, oh, one of the basic rooms, 2 bed, 1 bath. This is a big ass suite, okay? So I'm just kind of ignoring her. I'm just like, whatever. Once we go out, hopefully the energy changes, and we, I won't hear her mouth. We get in our Uber to go to Dre's, and if you know Dre's, that's like the best club in Vegas. It's my favorite club. I always go there every time I go. It's just such a vibe. I love just everything there. So we get into Dre's, and of course, Pebbles and my cousin. Pebbles tells my cousin, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom, right? And so I'm like, I don't need to go to the bathroom. Like, y'all can go, right? So my cousin was like, okay, we'll be back. We're going to go to the bathroom as we're in the club, right? So they walk off. They go to the bathroom. Me and Bestie are just peeping out the scene. We're walking up, looking cute, whatever. And obviously, as I expected, because they were like, oh, like, we don't know anybody's booth, da-da-da. Instantly, as soon as we walk in, within the next, like, first 5 minutes, somebody comes up to us and is like, hey, I am such and such's producer or assistant or something, and he would love for you guys to come to the artist booth. He's about to perform, and hang out with us for the night. Okay, cool. But I had already told the assistant, I was like, hey, I have 2 other girls with me. I have my cousin and I have her best friend. So just make sure that there's enough room for all 4 of us. And she goes, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. You guys are all good. Just like, let me know when your cousin and her friend get out the bathroom, right? So I text the group chat with all 4 of us, and I'm like, hey, we're going to go to the artist booth. Let me know when you guys get out of the bathroom so I can grab you. And then this is when my cousin started to act a little bit weird. So she texts the group chat and she goes, why would you leave us? Why would you leave us knowing that we just went to the bathroom? How could you leave us? I'm like, girl, we didn't leave you. I just told you when you get out the bathroom, let me know. I'm going to have the girl come down and get you guys so we can all sit together. Like, what's not clicking? So as I told them, when they got out of the bathroom, the assistant went down and grabbed the girls so that they can come to the artist booth and sit with all of us. Okay, great. However, my cousin and Pebbles both seemed like they had a little bit of an attitude, okay? When you're like texting somebody, you're texting your friend, but you guys are texting like when you're next to each other, like it's like you're gossiping about the situation. That's what was going on. I could clearly tell my cousin was texting Pebbles talking shit about me, okay? But the night goes on. We all are drinking. We're all having fun. Like they're ordering like all these like Don Julio bottles, like 1942, like bottles, right? So obviously at that point, the energy has definitely changed. Everyone's in a great mood. We're all having fun. The vibe is perfectly fine. The rapper that we were with got off of his set and he's chilling with us. We're all having fun, talking, dancing, drinking, whatever. So then Pebbles comes up to me while we're in the booth. She's like, hey, I'm going to try to, mess with the rapper. I'm going to try to see, what's up with him. Y'all, not even 3 minutes into her saying that, I hear the rapper tell me, oh, it's a dead body. Your friend's a dead body. I'm like, what? I look to my left and I see Pebbles asleep in the booth, nodding off. But as she's nodding off, she is violently throwing up on herself, on the table, on her shoes, on all the guys' shoes, on the rapper's shoes. She's just throwing up on everything inside of the ice bucket, okay, at the freaking table. What happens next? The rapper takes out his phone and he starts recording my friend throwing up on herself with the flash on. And this is the end of part 1. Who the fuck did I go to Vegas with?